The Runner and Gunner Show.
Yeah. Oh, let's do it over there. That's what we're doing now.
And now, the super special
Edition
of the Runner
and Gunner
Show.
What is up,
Cheers!
everybody? Cheers!
And
Right
we are
on.
live.
We are
Where we are,
live
Gunner.
in Los Angeles, California,
Downtown.
at Microsoft Stadium,
Microsoft.
aka Microsoft Theaters, next to the Staples Center where the Lakers
Oh,
play.
yeah.
Yes, we are here.
We are here,
But
man.
why are we here?
Why are we here? Why are we here?
To go live
What
for
is
you.
playing? What is playing in the background? Everybody, if you don't know who that is one of the greatest groups of all time called Earth, Wind & Fire, one of the
Woo!
greatest R&B groups ever. And we want you guys to celebrate along with us because we're going to put you guys on live and you're going to get to see us
Yes.
witness history.
So go ahead, get in your little clickety-click Instagrams. Go ahead and see all the live footage from tonight, this radio show that you're listening to, where we are about to go see Gladys Knight and the
Last
Pips,
night,
Dane Cook,
Dane Cook,
Boys to Men
Boyz
are
II
there.
Men are
We're not
there.
there to see them, but they're
Fluffy
also
is
coming
there.
with Fluffy, John Lovitz,
Lovitz,
and headlining it all, Earth,
Wind,
Wind, and Fire. Come on, everybody.
They're going to set the whole stage on fire, everyone. So this is going to be on. This is a huge deal. Everybody check it out. And don't forget, Runner and Gunner.
Yes.
More the people.
We'll keep you updated on Instagram and YouTube. You can go ahead and follow us there and find all the videos where we're meeting and greeting with Gladys Knight. Not
Gladys Knight. And
Gladys Knight and
all
the Pimps. Gladys Knight, Earth, Wind, and Fire. John Lovitz.
Dane Cook.
Fluffy. Freaking Fluffy, everybody. We are here for you.
And
We're the
girls
Runner
to
Gunner
boys.
Show.
I mean, boys to men.
Oh, girls to boys. Oh,
And
my
all
goodness.
that good stuff.
For the ladies out there
So,
who believe in that kind of crap.
okay.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, producers are telling us that.
Okay.
Wait, there ain't no producers here.
All right, everybody, but we
All
gotta
right.
go because the
All right,
show is
producers
about
out here.
to.
We're going to keep it quiet.
It's gonna be
We're on the
in
run.
the greatest theater of all time, greatest show of all time, one of the best. And so we gotta go watch this thing, but we'll keep you guys updated. But don't forget to watch us live on Instagram. We're gonna be there.
We're going to be there on
And
Instagram.
we are there.
And on YouTube. We're making our comeback to YouTube. Season 6 is going to come out, and we're going to make our full-on comeback
Come back.
to YouTube. We'll have our podcast on YouTube. We'll have secret videos on YouTube.
More and
It's
more.
going to be a YouTube nation coming up.
More.
It's 3 days after the Grammys, and we're ready to see Gladys Knight and John
the
Lovitz.
Pips and John Lovitz.
So everybody out there, just stay informed. You know, we'll come back. We're going to film the rest of this episode.
Yeah, we'll get back to the rest, but we
But
gotta go
in
and
between
watch
seconds,
the dopeness.
Dopeness will happen. We're here in Los Angeles,
We
California,
are
everybody.
live.
We are
downtown,
live.
everybody.
For you. We got sips. We got weed. We got everything that you could have in between and much more than that. But we'll be back.
We'll be back very soon,
Very soon.
shortly. But for us, it'll be 3 hours. For you guys, it'll be 3 seconds.
3
so
seconds.
Just hold on, chill, pause, enjoy yourselves, take a deep breath, and think about how dope it would be to see the amazing show we're about to see. So you guys have a great night out there,
Yes.
and we will have a great night, and we're going to return to you very soon, shortly. But now, let us go enjoy this show.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody?
Runner gonna hear.
We just watched Gladys Knight
and
and the Pips.
Pips.
Actually, Gladys Knight
That's
was
not
just
by
there.
herself,
Her
yeah, but
Pips
she had
weren't
a
there.
backup little band because I guess the Pips aren't there no more.
Pop-a-da-doo.
But we did cheers, and we did see Earth, Wind, and Fire. We did see Fluffy. We did see Dane Cook, did we not?
Yep.
And who else did we see besides
Keenan. We saw Keenan from Keenan and Cal, and he
Keenan.
was so great.
He was amazing. He was funny too.
He's got it. Whatever it is in a
Yeah.
comedian, Keenan's got it.
Yeah,
Not to mention he was wearing very
and
expensive
see,
shoes.
he doesn't have to really like cuss too much to the audience.
Yeah.
He just has that kind of like humor that could relate to everybody, like kind of an all around type of humor ordeal. You don't have to be any kind of certain race or anything. He doesn't talk about race. He just talks about, you know, jokes in general, like just everyday life things that can happen, possibilities, and they're funny.
Earth, Wind, and Fire was
Earth,
there.
Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire was there. We watched them. They
Man,
played 3
we
songs.
Sure did see him.
Go ahead and watch us on Instagram and YouTube. We got the whole thing uploaded. Well, not the whole thing, but we got the best of it.
The good parts. The good
All the
parts
good
are
music.
there.
They played September.
September.
Do you remember? In September. There was nothing but chicks there. At least around us.
Way too many. I mean, around us, we were surrounded.
Way too many. It smelled like
you
estrogen
know.
in there. It was amazing.
Yes,
it smelled
it did.
good.
Uh-huh.
And
Smelled
so
like
yeah, we saw
flowers in
Gladys
bloom
Knight.
sometime.
Gladys Knight. We saw
Gladys
Gladys
Knight.
Knight. She's
Get down.
78 years old, and she's performing here at the Microsoft Theater.
And she was so thrilled to be in front of the audience. Like, she wasn't
so
even
happy.
She had no hatred in her bones. She just had happiness.
Yeah.
Even on the parts where we're not live, she was still having a good time. She was telling everybody, you know, get up and dance and be yourselves.
Even when the
show
director
love,
was giving directions,
she was still talking over him. She was just saying, I'm Gladys Knight and I just want to sing. And she only did it in one take. She was one of the only ones that only did it in one take. It might only be the only artist that did it in one take that night, actually.
Yeah.
Because nobody else did it in one take, right?
Yeah.
For sure. And she did
mess up.
She's 78.
Through the grapevine at first, remember?
At first, but
that
that's all
wasn't
it
her
took.
fault.
Just one time, and it was the instrument. It was the band.
Yep, it was the
band.
It
Screwed
wasn't
up. Her vocals
she even
were
made
on
a joke.
point.
She's like, all right, well, I'm ready, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Fix your, tune up your crap. Something like that. But she
and then she also said, it's so fun to do this.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, yeah, so we're right
minutes
here.
to do
We're
it.
live. We're in Los Angeles. We're actually in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, we're still at the Microwave Theater.
We just left right now. We're doing this podcast for you on the go. I know, you got to bear with us with the sound and the microphones.
Yeah,
but anyways,
I mean, that's how it is
Knight.
because it's crowded. And you know what happened, Gladys Knight? She did something historical for Earth and everything. And guess what happened tonight also? LeBron James, which we were right next to,
Yeah.
broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time points record, and they announced it during the Gladys Knights and Earth, Wind & Fire concert.
They did. They announced it.
They said, hey, LeBron James, and everybody booed and started flaming up shirts, and I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. But everybody was pretty happy. Nobody was super thrilled, but everybody was happy, but everybody was more focusing on watching Earth, Wind & Fire, Gladys Knights, and, just whatever we were there at the venue to check out.
All right,
it was
everybody.
dope.
We're gonna make our ways back to the studio, and we're gonna skedaddle on down the road for tonight. Well, we'll pick up in a few seconds, which will be a few seconds for you. But we got a little bit more to talk about. This is the special edition. Editions of the Run and Gunner Show are special.
But this is just one because we went to a review a mini concert.
Just like we said we were.
And we did, and we will. And things are just going to get bigger, just like we talked about.
More.
More is beginning, and more will never be ending. So this is it. Everybody, we will get back to you guys. Don't miss us too much because we'll be right back in a flash.
We saw it all. So everybody,
have some fun out there.
We'll be back in a flash.
See you in a second.
What's up, everybody? It's the Runner and Gunner Show.
The Runner and Gunner Show, and we are back to the normal grounds. But we did do some crazy stuff tonight, and we had a great time. Gladys Knight.
We saw Gladys Knight.
We saw Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I'll sip to that.
Yeah, we sure did. Cheers, Gunner, to the greatest concert of 2023. 2023. Not 2020. 2000 plus 20 plus 23.
Wow.
But that'll be a lot more. So if you minus that 20, and then it'll be that, what I'm saying.
So everybody out there, if you're feeling sufficient, then go ahead and listen to yourself some Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
She's there. She's on Spotify. Just like the Run and Gunner Show is. It's on Spotify.
She was having a good old time. And it was crazy because we seen her live with the little mistakes that she made. And then she was like, I'd like to edit the mistakes. The crazy thing about her mistakes were not made by herself.
They weren't.
But they were made by her band. Like Gladys Knight is so old. And she's not old. She's just genius in her mind. Like she knows her profession and she knows her genre and where she's at exactly. She's just like, If you want to do something this way, I got to hear every note for note. And if you don't do it note for note, then you are foul, wrong, and off. And so she will stop the show in the middle of the show and just say, make it right or say goodnight.
Make it right.
And if you say goodnight, then you can never see Gladys Knights again. But we seen her tonight. It was amazing. Her. And things were amazing. What they did.
78 years young. 78 years young. Gladys Knight.
What about Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. We saw them. We saw the guy, the skinny guy with the really long hair. And then there was another guy.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
What guy was it? I can't tell you.
The lead singer. He was the lead singer, and I know about Earth, Wind, Fire, and then Boogie Wonderland and Dance and all that good stuff. Yeah, but there was 2 lead singers at the beginning of the band, and then it broke down to 1. So this was the lead. There was 2 lead singers at the beginning of the band, and it broke down to 1 because the main lead singer took off, and they just didn't get along
in
with
the 80s or
financially.
In the 70s?
Late 70s, early 80s, right after all the good stuff.
Okay, so
and right before all the great stuff.
That's what you got to do sometimes as a musician, you know, make all the hits and jam.
And
so we saw them, Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was amazing. And then we saw Gladys Knight, and John Lovitz was there.
John Lovitz!
And he was clean. It was so great. It was nice, clean comedy. They had some pretty,
John Lovitz was cool.
Heavy hitters doing some real clean comedy.
Yeah.
They had Dane Cook, just completely clean. Talking about his girlfriend, what was it?
Dane was talking about his girlfriends or I think with a capital S, but I don't know what you were saying, but I think that
Dane Cook was talking about
girlfriends.
His fans who would come up to him.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, "Hey, good luck, Chuck." That one guy.
Oh yeah.
He came up to him and was like, "Hey, good luck, Chuck."
So true. And then so you had
your Dane Cook.
You had Dane Cook there, and then you had Fluffy there. Fluffy is pretty much internationally known.
Was there.
He was just as big as
Go ahead and
all
check
the comedians that were there.
We gotta post it
really
on Instagram.
Good. He did a quick little segment, and it was so good that it was funny. It had everybody going and everybody wanting Fluffy to come back out. And
he did.
Special guest star
Kenan
Thompson from the most
Kenan and Cal.
Yeah, Kenan and Cal. And Saturday Night Live. Of course, I'm not gonna say Saturday Night Live. You know why?
Saturday Night Live.
He is the king of Saturday Night Live.
He's the king of Saturday Night Live. There's
nothing else to say.
And we didn't even know it.
If you don't know who he is, then you never seen Saturday Night Live in your life.
We did not even know it.
Yeah, and he was there. It was unknown, unexpected, and he just showed up, and we were like, "Whoa!"
He was so
funny. We looked
funny.
at each other like, "Oh my god!"
And then his joke,
Kenan?
his opening joke was, "We recorded all my jokes
last
yesterday.
night." Yeah, yesterday, and I don't have anything to say tonight. And man, that was fun. Then the second thing he said was, "Look at my Jordans." He had freaking like $800,000 Jordans or something like some of the best Jordans of all time. Like he had some all-time old school ones. I think he had the ones when Jordan made the immaculate shot, or the respectable shot that nobody respects, but they should. The game-winning 96 shot. So everybody does respect it, and that's what I think he had on. And he was wearing some really cool shoes, and he was telling you guys, just be awesome. And this was all before Gladys Knight. And
he also said that he's going to introduce his favorite SNL character, John Lovitz.
John Lovitz
came out.
See, that was towards the end, though. That was so cool because he disappeared for a while. Kenan disappeared for a while.
Yeah,
and then he let like 4 or 5 acts go on. And then he came out like about 4 or 5 acts later, and he just came out and said, "You know what? Let me just introduce this amazing guy." And Gutter told us it all. John Lovitz. So what did John Lovitz do? Different.
He just came out and said a couple clean jokes. They weren't that funny. He said them kind of like real stiff, but it was him. It was John Lovitz, and his opening just personality was great, but his jokes were, they were tailored for the event that they were hosting, which was great because
it was really great
because he's a little raunchy.
He's very.
Sometimes he can be.
But it was really cool, actually.
He talks about bikinis and girls.
Yeah,
but this time he didn't. He just came clean. It was like watching Abbott and Costello. It's like clean cut.
It was really cool
all the way through.
But just Costello and Costello.
Yeah, it was like 2 Costellos, just bam all the way through. No Abbott to stop him.
And he did all right. He did good though.
Also,
I thought he did all right.
Oh wait, that's it. Dane Cook, Fluffy,
and then we had to leave. I don't know.
Costello.
I heard that boys. I don't know if they showed up, men to men, but I didn't know if any men were men. So I thought all the men were men before they actually showed up, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh, we left. Oh, we left before Boys to Men performed.
I never heard of what you're talking
about.
This is news to my mind.
I'm pretty certain they were great, and and that was
they were the best. That we left at the best part, and we're sorry, people, but. I know you guys love that part, and that's
everybody came to see
ever.
Gladys. Everybody came to see Gladys. Let's be real. We all came to see Gladys.
Mm-hmm. Gladys did it, and she came out there and she did it in one take, just like we were saying earlier. Like, she actually got on the microphone and just was thrilled to be on the microphone and just was like loving everybody in the whole crowd. And she said, "I love everybody in the crowd." And then after she did that, she was just like, "Drummer, play it correctly." And if the drummer didn't play it correctly, she wouldn't sing correctly. And that was it. Once everybody got their stuff correct, she was correct. And she didn't even mess up once. She only reverted the drums one time.
We got a look
throughout the whole show. Do we have any do we have any including evidence of the mess up? Probably not.
We got a little clip right here.
Well, here we go. I guess we do. Here
we go.
Yeah, play it. Okay, so this part, let me break it down. Let me break down how Gladys was like 2 feet away from us, and we just waved hello, and she said hi. Did you hear it? You didn't, you missed it. Said it again. Well.
All right, everybody. We got to end the show, but you know what it is. We were there. There's proof.
We were there, and the proof is there.
California.
We love you guys.
It's popping. You know, if you don't live in California.
Get in California.
California is not the poppinest place in the world.
No, but
not the United States.
It's not the most popping place in the
just California
in the world.
But probably. It's also a volcano, so you know, technically, it's dangerous to live here.
It is dangerous to live here.
It's
nuts.
You know, we also think it's great. We're also safe. It's also dangerous. But everybody out there, remember that the world is yours to hack.
So we'll take it.
So hack some wood, make some houses, and let's roll.
Choppity chop.
Everybody out there.
Everybody chop your mind.
Whatever day it is, this is a very special event, which all
Runner
and Gunner
show
are very special.
But this one is different because we
recap the show.
Went out and recapped the show.
Let's do a quick recap of everything.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so the beginning.
2-minute rundown of the recap of the show. Let's do it in 2 minutes. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
A guy named Louis Dick, comedian.
Weenus.
He hosted the event. Then Earth, Wind, and Fire was the first band to come out and perform. They performed 3 songs, including September, Boogie Woogie Down, and the last one,
Boogie Wonderland, and Let's Groove tonight. And everything was on and cracking. And they thought that Earth, Wind, and Fire tore up the house, and they were only the first act to get down on the whole show that we saw.
They had to cut.
Then they didn't even know that Gladys Knight was sitting back there.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, they had to cut their songs. They're like
many times.
They started a song and they had to cut.
They're actually,
like, let's do it again.
What is cool is that they're chopping up the band. They're chopping up the band in several sections.
They did do it right.
They did
chopping
do it
up the band.
They did do it right either way. What we heard was
chopping it up into sections.
Mm-hmm.
And what we heard was them finally put it together.
Yeah, we heard them getting amazing, but if you guys hear it in sections, it's okay because you guys get to hear the edited. We got the unedited version, is what we're saying. And so now, Gladys Knight.
But no first, pimps, Dane Cook came out.
No pimps.
Cook.
But Dane Cook came out before the pimps.
Yep.
And no pimps, before the no pimps was Dane Cook. So what did Dane Cook do? Came out. So tell us what Dane Cook did exactly.
Dane Cook talked about his fans who would rush him at the supermarket and be like, "Hey guys, you're Dane Cook."
Oh yeah,
you're Dane Cook. Good luck, Chuck. And they'd start naming all of his movies like in an evil way towards him.
Yeah.
And then he just said a couple other jokes about his life in Los Angeles and all that. It was cool. We saw Dane Cook. He was there in the flesh. Good luck, Chuck. Employee of the month. Just name the whole repertoire.
So Dane Cook was there, and he was super funny. And then we had this one lady,
what was her name?
Brett Miller or something like that.
Gladys Knight?
No, this is before Gladys Knight. And then after that, eventually Gladys Knight came out and tore up the show. She went out, as soon as Gladys Knight went out, everybody was like, this is royalty. You know, the show's over. Just focus on this lady.
Yep.
Boom.
Focus on this lady.
And she delivered. Like, she didn't deliver. She delivered like a 78-year-old Lennon would have delivered, like a very good.
Yes.
It was very good. She still has her lungs and she still has her heart. And so she went with her lungs and her heart into that song, and it sounded great. It sounded just like it did in 78 or 68 or 48. It sounded the same on a 48 record. So it sounded really good, and she was kicking butt throughout the whole time that she was there singing that stuff. And on stage, everybody was standing. We were just clapping, and man, it was super cool.
Yeah, it was really great. Lots of great things happened.
Gladys Knights.
So then all of a sudden, John Lovitz
came
out at the end of the night.
John Lovitz!
Oh, actually the host of the show, what was his name?
Oh, yeah.
Byron. Byron came out.
Byron came out and just said, hello, I'm
host
Byron.
of the show, and he told a couple jokes.
Everybody is
lame
stupid.
jokes, clean jokes.
Yeah. Lame but clean. No cuss words, no nothing. And the cool thing is that this is actually going to be a show. So they're going to show it.
So go ahead and watch it. Remember what they say Saturday. This Saturday. Wait, today. What day is it? Mm-hmm. What day is it?
So they said Saturday we're going to watch it. All right. So this Saturday it's going to be on, and the Running Gunner, we're there.
We are there.
It's comedy and it's classical. So I don't know what the hell they're trying to do now.
I know, but if they show me, nuts, I'm gonna look sipped.
So am I. I mean, I'm gonna look puffed. I mean, I'm sipped, but I'm gonna look sipped.
Yeah.
But the real thing is.
So here's the Runner and Gunner Show, everybody. This is the special secret podcast coming out whenever. But we did see the Super Gladys Knight Spectacular on TV with your hosts,
Runner,
the comedians,
and Gunner,
and Earth, Wind, and Fire. But when it was time for Boyz II Men and Tiffany Haddish came out,
wait a minute, did you see it? Wait a minute, did you see it? Oh man, and we missed it. Seriously? Oh my God, I'm going to go home and I'm going to.
Oh, we missed it on purpose because
I'm gonna take a shot.
We do not want to see Boyz II Men.
Well, some people do and some people do not.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were there to see Boyz II Men.
Everybody was there to see Boyz II Men. It was so packed that everybody wanted to see
Gladys Knight left,
Boyz II Men.
A lot of people left.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, peace out, because a lot of people were Gladys Knight's like, we're her entourage.
And pretty much we did too.
I went to entourage with her too. I was like, yeah, what's up, old lady?
Me too.
We're old as hell. Let's get down with some old people shit. And then let's go play some hockey, air hockey.
Roll. And the roll and roll.
Yeah.
Oh. Also, we didn't film this part, but we should have. We had some Go cameras strapped to our heads.
Yes.
There was a section where Runner and Gunner got there at Microsoft Theater in downtown Los Angeles, next to Lakers Stadium, wherever that is.
Yep. I don't know where that is. I never heard of it. Never heard of Figueroa.
It was on Figueroa, yeah.
What are you talking about? Never heard of Figueroa.
And then we parked off Figueroa. But then when we came down, we got the tickets, and we had tons of time.
1 hour, and I was like, let's go drink.
Just about.
Yeah. And I was like, let's go have some
and since we
some hour and a half.
We were tailgating
things. Yeah, tailgate.
We went back to the barbecue and grabbed ourselves a couple more sips.
We sure did.
Yeah.
True that.
And a little bit more barbecue.
And a little bit more sips.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
And that was the good part. And then we started doing that, and then the show came on, and we just, it was all covered. Love was good, and the girls were life, and whatever, we just did it, and we got down with it. It was pretty freaking great.
The girls were life.
The Runner and Gunner Show exists every season. This is season 5, still alive and still kicking butt. And we told you guys it was going to be more is merrier, and the merrier we get, the more we are sent to you guys.
All right, so everybody out there, Have a good night. Have a good time. And remember, Runner Gunner's going live.
Runner Gunner, the live show.
Solid.
Runner Gunner, not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show. You are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lennox.